I want to start this video by telling you something that might surprise you. I'm new to YouTube. Not new as in I've never posted anything online before, but new to actually committing to YouTube as a platform to grow an audience and a business. And the reason I'm telling you that right up front is because if you're watching this thinking, I'm not ready yet, I don't have the right setup, I don't know what to say, or I'm starting too late, then you're exactly who this video is for. Because I'm building this channel from the beginning. And if I can do this, you absolutely can too. Stick around to the end and I'll explain my reasons why I'm using an AI avatar to create this channel and why you should consider starting one too. Now, let me be clear about what this video is not. This is not a hype video. This is not a look how big my channel is video. And this is not coming from someone who's been posting daily for 10 years. This is coming from someone who decided right now that YouTube is the best place to build an audience for a business, regardless of your niche. And that's whether you're a coach, consultant, service provider, counselor, contractor, creator, or someone who simply wants an audience that actually pays attention. And yes, I'm using an AI avatar to make these videos. Not because I'm hiding, not because I can't be on camera, but because it removes friction. And that's one of the biggest lessons I want to share with you today. Most people don't fail on YouTube because they're bad at it. They fail because they never remove the friction that stops them from starting. Let's talk about that. But first, here's a little bit about me. I've been a professional negotiator for 30 years. And I've done many corporate multi-million-dollar deals and negotiated with thousands of people. I understand how people think when it comes to closing a deal. And I think it's no different with YouTube. There's an emotional connection that people are looking for when watching a video. They're looking for answers to internal questions that they have by someone that they can trust, someone they can relate to. In negotiation, this was the most important part, building trust and understanding the person I was dealing with. I'm taking what I learned in the corporate world and applying it to create this YouTube channel to build and grow. Most people think YouTube growth is about being confident, charismatic, or entertaining. I don't think so. It's about consistency and clarity. And beginners actually have an advantage here because beginners don't overcomplicate things. They don't try to be perfect. They don't try to sound like everyone else. They don't wait for permission. I'm approaching YouTube the same way I'd approach a negotiation with a simple question. How do I help someone solve a real problem? And can I do it clearly, repeatedly, and in public? That's it. If you can answer that question, you can grow on YouTube. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, this is an AI avatar, and that's intentional. Because one of the biggest excuses people use to avoid YouTube is, I don't like being on camera. So instead of arguing with that excuse, I removed it. I don't have the proper room or lighting. It's really bright in my office, and I hate dealing with cameras with ever-changing outdoor light. Also, I'm busy with a full-time job. I have a family that makes a lot of noises and likes to interrupt me. So I thought if I take the video portion out of the mix, creating a YouTube channel would be easier. I still write the ideas, I still structure the message, and I still use my own voice. The avatar is just the delivery vehicle. Plus, I try to make the avatar look like me, but in a more fun pixel type of way. And YouTube doesn't care if your delivery vehicle is a camera, an avatar, slides, or a screen recording. It cares if people watch. And people watch when the message is clear and helpful. So if you're waiting until you feel confident on camera, stop. Confidence comes after consistency, not before it. It takes time to build confidence. So the goal is just to make content and get it out the door on a regular schedule. But what about audience building? Because most people think growing on YouTube means going viral. That's not what builds businesses. Businesses are built by trust, not views. I'd rather have 100 people who understand what I do and care about it than 10,000 people who are clicking once and disappearing. And that's why starting as a beginner is actually powerful. because you get to grow with your audience. You get to document what you're learning. You get to speak to people 1 or 2 steps behind you, and you get to be relatable instead of impressive. And relatability beats expertise on YouTube, especially early on. So my personal story, when I was 15 years old, I was passionate about guitar and I had learned a lot. I was fairly good for 15. I wanted to start making some money, so I decided I would teach guitar. I couldn't read music, so I bought a book and taught myself. My first student was 2 years younger than me and was 2 pages behind me on guitar. I was able to teach the student how to read music, and he became an exceptional student. As he grew up and became an adult, he actually became a music producer. It didn't matter that I was only a few steps ahead. What mattered was that I was communicating how to get to my level from experience. And that's the same way I'm approaching this channel. I plan to be a few steps ahead of you and plan to help you get to the next level. It all starts with content. So, what is content? Well, first of all, before I go there, I'm not trying to be the smartest person in the room. I'm trying to be the most honest and transparent that I can be with my knowledge of the subject material. Every one of my videos will answer one question. What does someone need to understand next to grow an audience or business using YouTube? That's it. No fluff, no trends chasing, no pretending that I have it all figured out. And ironically, that's what makes people stick around. So what do most beginners get wrong? They think YouTube is about pointless content, which it's not. It's about packaging ideas and answering questions. You don't need more ideas. You need better framing. For example, you could teach the same concept 20 different ways, and each one could be a different video. Audience growth doesn't come from originality. It comes from clarity and repetition. And beginners are scared of repetition. They think, I already said that once. But here's the truth. Your audience didn't hear it. Or they heard it but didn't understand it. Or they understood it but didn't act on it. Repetition builds trust. So if you're new to YouTube, stop worrying about repeating yourself. Worry instead about explaining things simply. Remember KISS? Keep it simple, stupid. And here's another mindset shift that helped me. YouTube is not a performance. It's a conversation at scale. When I write an outline and script for a video, I'm not thinking about thousands of people. I'm thinking about the one person watching this late at night, wondering if they missed their chance. That person doesn't need motivation. They need hope and clarity. They need someone who sounds like them. And that's why being a beginner works. Because beginners speak human. Even though I've used ChatGPT to help me write the script, these are my ideas, my additions, and my experience. Eventually for me, the videos may become 100% me by repetition and consistency, making me feel more confident speaking over a microphone by ad lib. At some point, I may even go live on camera and skip the avatar altogether. But here's what's common if you're just starting from scratch like I am. Experts sometimes forget how confusing the early stages are. You won't because it's new to you. You will put a fresh spin on your ideas. And your ideas become stylized to your messaging style, no matter how good or bad it is. So what about results? Because that's what you actually care about. YouTube works for businesses because it compounds. One video can work for you for years. Unlike social media posts that disappear in 24 hours, YouTube content builds a library. Every video is an asset. And when someone finds one video, it helps them, they watch another and another. And suddenly you're not a stranger anymore. That's how audience building turns into opportunity. Not through pressure, not through pitching, but through familiarity. So if you're asking yourself, can I really grow on YouTube? Ask a better question. Am I willing to show up imperfectly and explain something useful consistently? Because that's the real requirement. Not gear, not editing skills, not confidence. Consistency beats all of it. And using tools like AI avatars can help you stay consistent. It's not cheating, it's leverage. And every successful business uses leverage. So don't let someone else have rules that stop you from starting. Now, here's the part most people skip. You don't need a big audience to start benefiting from YouTube. You need the right audience. 10 subscribers who trust you is better than 1,000 who don't. That's why I'm focused on depth, not speed. And if you're watching this thinking about starting or restarting your YouTube channel, here's my advice. Start before you feel ready. Choose clarity over creativity. Use tools that remove friction. And document what you're learning, not what you've mastered. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm building this channel in public, not as an expert YouTuber, but as someone who understands audience building and business and is applying it here from the beginning. And if that sounds like something you want to learn alongside me, then you're in the right place. If you want to help growing an audience, building trust, and turning attention into opportunity using YouTube, subscribe. Not because I'm perfect, but because I'm doing it. And if I can do it, so can you. So before you go, I want to ask you a question. Does this avatar get in the way of the lesson from this video? I'm using my original voice recording and then animating the avatar. Do you find the avatar distracting, or can you still relate to the content? Please post your comments below. I'd like to know more about what people think. Also, what topics are you wanting to learn about? As I'm learning about AI, there is so many different aspects to it. I think people are going to be using it in many ways. If there's a way I can help you by teaching something, then please let me know in the comments below. And if anyone needs personal one-on-one help, I will leave a link below and you can book a call with me. I coach people on the side, and sometimes people just need a little bit of help with one part, then they can take it from there. I hope this video helped you today. I'll talk to you again soon. See you in the next video.